Hey everybody, this is Roger Eastlick. I want to welcome you to this website tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to show you how to create this simple yet powerful and professional WordPress website. It is clean, intuitive, and simple for an excellent user experience and a great first impression. It is styled after websites of highly successful companies such as Uber, Apple, and Spotify. It is a modular design, so you can easily include or add or remove sections as it fits your individual and changing needs. The design is mobile friendly, meaning that it will look great on mobile devices such as phones and tablets, but of course it will also look fantastic on computer screens, laptop screens, whatever you have. By the end of this tutorial, you will become a WordPress expert and be able to navigate around this website with this theme with no problems, be able to change things as you like. Better yet, you will be able to save thousands of dollars doing this yourself, learning this yourself, instead of going out and hiring some supposedly WordPress expert. So before we get on to the step-by-step tutorial, I do want to give you a tour of the different things that we're going to make or create with this website. So let's do that now. Okay, so what we're going to do, how we're going to build this website, we're going to create this graphic logo right here and install that, put that in there for you. We also have a transparent uh, menu, which you'll see has a background drop to it there. You can change the color of that. We're also going to create this call to action screen and change these slides. Then we're going to go to the services section and we're going to show you where you can get these icons from and where you can choose from different icons and how to make these separate sections down there or boxes. Next we have a call to action box here, and basically the call to action is pretty cool because it allows you to take your visitors to different places in your website, to different pages, different sections, or that you can even send them to another website if you want to. We'll show you how to do that. Now the next section is the Meet Our Team or Employees section. You'll notice that if you hover over the pictures, you've got a social media buttons come up for each one of these users. Next we're going to create a facts section. You can display showcase different facts about your website here, and again I'll show you how to find and deal with and put the icons in here. Next we have a testimonial section which we're going to create, and then I'll show you how to put the pictures in here and the text and the information down here. And the next up is the latest news or the blog section. Great way to keep your visitors informed about your products, services, any changes to your products and services or your website. Um, and if you click through on one of these, it's going to go to the blog page or go to the individual blog post, and you will be able to um, allow comments as well. Okay, in the next section we have another call to action. This call to action actually takes us to a contact page so that your users can get in touch with you very easily. Down here we're going to add some social media buttons, and at the very end of the page I'm going to show you how to change the footer text down here. Now there are several pages we're going to create. We're going to create a blogs page. It's going to look like this. So it's going to give you a grid of the different blog pages and some excerpts, and if you click through to that, then you get the blog post. And we're also going to show you how to change the widget section over here to add some widgets or take some widgets away. I'll show you how to do that. We also have a portfolio page, which is good if you have a photography website, for example, or you just want to showcase what you've got with pictures. Then you'll be able to do that here. If you click on one of the um, pictures, you can have a blurb about that particular project. And also up here you've got different categories, so you can group your projects into different categories and it'll show those. The next page, we talked about a contact us page. You're going to show you how to create this contact us page with a title up here, a space here for text information like an email, phone number, a physical address. Down here we have a Google map, which is really cool because if people open this up on their phone, they can click on this map. It's going to spawn their maps program, and they will be able to navigate directly to your site if you have a physical site. Over here, we're going to add a contact form so that your customers, your visitors will be able to message you right from within your right from within the website. All right, and lastly, we have an about page that we're going to create, and you can do a little blurb about yourself here, put a picture in, and also I'm going to show you how to put this video in here. So that is what we're going to be building. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the first step, which we will do right now. Okay, to start building this website, what we're going to do is first we're going to go to, you should click on the link below. It's going to take you to, sorry about that, it's going to take you to EZ, as the letters E and then Z, websitesetup.com. And under that website, when you go to the front page of that website, again, I use this same theme to create this website very quickly. All this has in it is this front page and then this and then the footer information down here. And anyway, if you go up here to either latest website tutorial or to the Let's Do It button, if you click on that, then it's going to take you to this page right here, the How to Create a WordPress Website with the Sydney theme page, and it has all of the instructions to create the entire website. So the first step that we're going to deal with is going to be step number 1, is going to be get domain and hosting. So what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to go to hostgator.com, and you can go there by clicking this link, by the way, which is an affiliate link, by the way. So I do get, this is sort of how I'm able to make these videos. I get a small commission when you sign up for hosting through HostGator, and I do appreciate it. Thanks in advance for using that if you do. Anyway, on the HostGator website, it's HOSTGATOR, you'll come to this page. What you're going to want to do right here is click on Get Started Now. Make this bigger so it's easier to see. I'll click on the Get Started Now button, and now you're going to see you have 3 different plans here. The business plan is really probably going to be too much for you. You don't need it. It's going to be you really don't need this one. The Hatchling plan only allows you to have a single domain. So for the extra money, basically, I think you're really well off going with the baby plan. In order to do that, what you're going to do is click on Sign Up Now, and you're going to come to this form. So what we want to do in this form is you're going to want to enter a domain name. Whatever your domain name is, I highly recommend you use a .com. Stick with the .com. You know, if it's taken, find another way of expressing it so that it's a .com. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stay with the baby plan. If you click on the baby plan, it actually tells you that this one is, it tells you whether it's available or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck the add domain privacy. It costs money and you really don't need it. If you're running a legitimate business or a legitimate website, there's no reason that you can't, really there's no reason not to do it, right? Um, you don't need the privacy. Plus, I believe that Google doesn't like the private websites themselves, but and gives you lower rankings and stuff. But either way, you really don't need the domain privacy. All right, so the billing cycle, we're going to click on this and make it 1 month. If you want to, you can pay for it for 2-3 years in advance, but this way, um, you can kind of go with the flow if you want to. If you decide to go to a different host, if you decide to do something different, then you're month to month that way. Username. So the next thing you need to do is fill out your username, fill out a security pin, and then come down here and fill out your billing information. Down here under step number 4 for add additional services, go ahead and uncheck these boxes. You don't need that stuff. And now here's the important part, the coupon code. Right now we have a price of $24.90, right? And you'll see that the baby for 1 month costs you $11.95. I'm going to give you a code that is going to change that $11.95 to 1 penny. So if you type in easy website setup and click on validate, we're going to see this $24.90 change. Okay, and click on the validate. If you spell it right, website setup, easy web. Yeah, so you do have to spell it right. Website setup and validate. Okay, now it brings it down to $15.95, but guess what? For some reason, the this thing has been rechecked. Uncheck this again, and now we're down to $12.96 as of this recording anyway. Next thing you need to do is come down here to where it says I have read and agreed to the terms of service, and check that box. Now the yellow checkout now button becomes clickable. Go ahead and click on that, and after you've clicked on that, then we're going to show you how to log into your what's called cPanel. We're going to basically show you how to log into the area of your HostGator account where you can start to set up the website. So let's do that right now. Okay, the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and log into the cPanel. In order to do that, you're going to need to go to your email, and in your email you should have an email that looks like this from hostgator.com about your account information. And one of the really important things, it also gives you your billing information, login, things like that. But what we really are interested in here is your control panel information. There's the link right here next to your control panel. You want to click on that, and you're going to use the username that's right here in your email, and the password that's right here in your email. All right, so you're going to go to this page right here, and then use the username and the password that's in your email from HostGator, and then click on login. And you are going to come to this page. And so the next step is going to be to install WordPress. So what we're going to do is here in the WordPress installer. By the way, this control panel is brand new as of Halloween or something, or as of maybe within a month after Halloween. I'm recording this on Halloween in 2016. Anyway, this is the way control panel will look if you upgrade it. If you do this in the next few days, this is the way you'll see it. If you see this after a month or two, then you won't have to worry about it. This is going to be the new control panel, which you will automatically see. So over here under WordPress installer, you want to go ahead and click that. Now you need to select your domain since you've already registered it with HostGator, then all you have to do is click on this drop down box, or it may already be there. If it's not, click on the drop down box and select your domain. You can leave the directory blank and then click on next. Now you want to add in a blog title. A username. It's good if you use a username that's something unique. You don't have to, but it's probably better than admin. I'm going to use admin though here, just because this is a test site. And then you want to put in your admin email. After that, you want to go down here and click terms of service agreement. Check on that and click on install now. Okay, only takes a few seconds, and then you're going to see this installation details. Very important. You're going to have the where you install it to, the admin, and the password. So what we're going to do is we're going to double click on this, right click, copy it, so we've got it, and then you're going to want to save that someplace. And then we're going to go ahead, if we click on this right here, it should take us to the website. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to log into our WordPress installation that we just done. Now, when you first log in here, then you're going to get this admin login. You can go ahead and click on that. But what's important in the future to know is that basically if you put in your domain name and then WP admin up at the top, then you'll always be able to get back to this screen, and this is where you can log in. So we're going to go ahead and put in our username, going to put in our password, and click login. And it brings us to this screen right here. Now this is unique to this setup through HostGator. So what I mean by that it's unique to HostGator, just the fact that you're getting this screen right here, the welcome to WordPress, what site can we help you to set up? That's something that they've installed in there. Normally you would be on the dashboard. We're going to go ahead and say no thanks to that. Click on that no thanks. And we're at right now what we're going to do, the next step is we're going to download the theme, the Sydney theme, which we're then going to configure so that it looks like, so it starts to look like the other website. Because right now, what you're going to see if you go in here is going to be this. This is just a standard WordPress with the standard theme. So let's go ahead. We're going to go over here to the dashboard, and we're going to go to Appearance and then Themes and click on Themes. And now what we're going to do is click on Search and we are going to search for a theme. Okay, we're going to click on right here where it says WordPress themes. We're going to go ahead and click on that. And now where it says search themes over here, we're going to click in this box and we're going to type in Sydney, S-Y-D-N-E-Y, S-Y-D-N-E-Y. We're going to see the Sydney theme right here. We're going to go ahead and click on install, and then click on activate. Okay, so now at this point what we're going to see is if we go up to the website, what we're going to see is this is starting to look like this is the Sydney theme, and it already starts to look like our website. And now we're going to start to modify that in the next step. And the next step we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and deactivate and delete unwanted plugins. Okay, so to get rid of the unwanted plugins, we're going to go over here to plugins and then click on installed plugins. You see ads and all this kind of stuff that, for the free service of including doing the installation service for you, then HostGator puts in some unnecessary plugins. We're going to get rid of Hello Dolly. We're going to get rid of, actually, we're going to deactivate the Mojo Marketplace. We're going to click on, we're going to Opt-in Monster. We're going to deactivate that. Okay, so we've deactivated Opt-in Monster and Mojo Marketplace. Looks like they already have WordPress Jetpack. We will leave that, I guess. All right, so we're going to go ahead and then click Hello Dolly, Mojo Marketplace, and Opt-in Monster. And we're going to go up here to Bulk Actions, and we're going to click, select Delete, and click Apply, and then click OK. Okay, so now we don't have those anymore. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and add in the and our next step, what we're going to do is we're going to add in the plugins that we need. The first part of this is going to be to install the recommended plugins that Sydney, the makers of Sydney A-Themes, suggests that we install. So what we're going to do is up here you've got this banner up here that says this theme recommends the following plugins. So what we're going to do is click on the begin installing plugins. And now we're going to click on this, check this box right next to plugin. It selects everything. We're going to click from the bulk actions drop down. Going to select install and then click on apply. Okay, and they have been installed, the two plugins. It's the Page Builder plugin and the Sydney Toolbox. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Return to Required Plugins Installer. And I'm going to put a check next to plugin again to select all the plugins. From the drop down box this time I'm going to select Activate and click Apply. So the following plugins were activated, so we've activated those two and now we've got them installed. If we go back into the installed plugins, then what you're going to see is we've got Sydney Toolbox and the Page Builder plugin it shows it's installed and activated. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to install some other plugins that we're going to need for just to be able to flesh out this installation. Okay, if we look over on the Sydney, the easy website setup.com site, and under the instructions, under step number 7, install necessary plugins, it says install other plugins. These are the plugins that we need to install. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste these plugins, and we're going to go over to back over to our dashboard. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to click on Add New under Plugins. All right, over here where it says Search Plugins, I'm just going to paste that in. And right here we've got Black Studio Tiny MCE widget right here, so I'm going to install that. Go back over. The second one we want to install is the Child Theme Configurator. And right here that one is, so we can click on Install. And actually activate. I should have activated the last one myself. I'll go ahead and activate the Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. Activate that. Click on Activate. And there that one is. Alright. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on Add New. And I'm going to go back to my list and I need Contact Form 7. So I'm going to grab that. So I'll go ahead and Paste that in there. Contact 47, install now. And activate. Okay, click on add new. Go back to my list. Recent posts widget extended. Copy that. And I will paste that in here. And click on install. And let it give me the activate button. And I'm going to click on the activate button. Alright, and now I'm going to click on add new again. And I'm going to install the site widgets bundle. Okay, so I've copied that. I usually do Control V, but you can also right click and paste. Site origin widgets bundle. Click on install now. Wait for the installation. Gives us the button to activate. Click on activate. Alright, so now we've got all those, and when you've got a blue next to it, it means it's activated, installed, and activated, and we've got everything that we want activated at this point. Okay, so now what we're going to do after this, we're going to create a child theme. Okay, so step number 8 is going to be to create a child theme. So we're going to go back over here to our dashboard. We're going to go down to Tools, down to Child Themes. We're going to click on Child Themes. We are going to get this screen. We're going to click on Analyze. Okay, it gives us a green light. We want to check this box that says copy menus, widgets, and other customizer settings from the parent theme to the child theme. We want to check that box. Alright, and then we're going to click on create new child theme. So that copies everything that's already been done in our main theme, copies it over to our child theme, so we don't have to start over with anything. Alright, so now we're done with that. So the next step is going to be number 9 is going to be to upload the demo content. Okay, step 9, upload the demo content. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to go to the easywebsitesetup.com page with the instructions, and under step 9 it says download the demo images. That's a link. If you right click on that link and then click save link as, you can save it to your desktop or any other place that's easy to find, and then click save. And once you've done that, you want to find where you have that. I'm trying to think what the best way to doing this is. Let me take a look. Yeah, we can do is we can just drag this over from the other screen over here. So once you've got that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right click on that, and depending on your software, you're going to want to extract the files. If you click on, if you've got WinRAR, for example, it'd be extract here. I think WinZip has something similar. When you do that, you should come up with the Sydney demo folder like this. And if you double click on that, you will see if you double click on that, you will see, well, it looks like it might be under images, Sydney demo images, and now you've got all of these pictures, all these images. Alright, so what you're going to want to do at that point is go back to your WordPress installation, and you're going to go over to where it says media, and then hover over media and then click on add new, and then click on select files, and then find your desktop with the Sydney demo folder. Double click on that, double click on images, and just basically you want to do a Control A. Yeah, the best thing to do is just Control A, that selects everything. and then click on open, and that is going to show you everything. I think that's actually going to go ahead and import all these images. It's going to take a second, goes through each one of the images and crunches it down a little bit more. Takes just a little bit. When that's done, we're going to continue. Okay, so it is finished. Now what we should be able to do is if we go back over to media, hover over media and click on library, we should have all of the images all imported like this. Alrighty, and after that what we want to do is the next step, step number 10 is going to be to create the home page and blog page. To create the home page and the blog page, we're going to go back over to our website. We're going to hover over the dashboard, and we're going to go down to we're going to go down to pages, hover over pages and click on add new. Okay, we're going to under add new page, we're going to type in home, and we're going to click on front page template from the drop down, and we are going to click publish. Alright, we're going to go over to click on add new again, and we're going to type blog, and we are going to click on front page. From the underneath template, we're going to select front page, and we're going to click on publish. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set our blog and our home pages. What we're going to do is in our dashboard, we're going to go down to appearance, hover over appearance, and then click on customize. Actually, yeah, you know, I meant to do this. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So appearance and then customize. Okay, it's going to bring us to this page here. We're going to go down to static front page, and under the customize setup, we're going to click on that. And now it says front page displays. By default, it's your latest posts. We want it to be a static page, so I'm going to click the radio button to the left of a static page. The front page is going to be the newly created home page. The posts page is going to be the newly created blog page. And now I'm going to click on save and publish. Once that's saved, we can click out of this. And we can go on to the next step, which is going to be to step 12, change the slider settings and images. Okay, step number 12, to change the slider settings, let's go to in the images. We're going to go back over here to the dashboard. We're going to hover over appearance and then click on customize. Okay, and now what we're going to do is go down here to this section that we want to go over here to the header area, and going to click on header type, and where it says front page header type full screen slider, that's fine, but down here under header type, under header slider, what we're going to do is say no header, only menu, and then we're going to click on save and publish. We're going to go back one, going to go down to the header slider. We're going to change this image. So what we're going to want to do is click on change image on the first slide, and the image that we want, Let me just check this out here real quick. So the image we want, we're going to do is this one right here. So that one. So we're going to use this one right here, I believe it was. Yep. And we are going to, so we're going to click and choose that one, and then click on choose image. Alright, and then you'll see over here to the right, it shows you the image is changed. And instead of saying welcome to Sydney, where are we here? Instead of saying welcome to Sydney, we're going to change that text to explore all the explore all the possibilities. So let's do that. So we're going to type in here explore, and then we're going to change the subtitle to all the possibilities. Of course, you can put anything you want in there. The second slide, we're going to click on change image. Let's check out which one that one is again. That one. Okay, so we're going to change this slide, and we're going to select the picture, and then click on choose image. Alright, and this one, we're going to change this from ready to begin your journey to inspire those who visit your website. So going to go here and say inspire, and then those who visit your website. There we go. Okay, we're done with the slides for right now. What we're going to do is go up here to the top and click on Save and Publish, so that we have, and then we can actually get out of this, and we will open this up. I guess we already had it open here. So this is what it was, and now if we hit F5 to refresh, now you can see that we've changed it, and now it says no longer, now it says explore the possibilities, and it's got our new pictures in it. So next up, we're going to change our theme option settings. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, go back over to the appearance, go back to customize, and now we are going to customize the fonts first. So we're going to go down here to fonts and click on fonts. We're going to change the all the way down here at the bottom of the body font size. We're going to raise that up to 16, make it a little bit bigger. We're going to change the, okay, we're going to go back up and then go back. We're going to go down to the colors. And under general, we're going to change the primary color from this kind of dull red that you see here to a brighter red. And the one we have picked out, if you want to see it here, under step 13 right here, if you go down here to change color, you can grab this code right here, this EF0303, and we go back over to our website and click on primary color, click on select color, and where you see this pound sign, the hexadecimal, just highlight that, backspace to delete it out, right click and paste, or control V. We want to change the menu color. We're going to leave the same. Go ahead and click on, well, actually go back, and now we're going to go back again, and we want to go down to the blog options and click on that, and we're going to go for, instead of a classic, we're going to go for a masonry grid style. Looks pretty cool. And now we're going to click on, we're going to change the length, the excerpt from 55 to 20. Yep. And then we're going to click on Save and Publish. Okay. So next up is going to be step number 14, to create a logo and a favicon. What we're going to do for that is we're going to open up a new tab, and we're going to go to Logo Maker, which is logomakr.com. So it doesn't have the E there. In the new browser, you're going to get this screen. And we don't really need it. So right here at this X, you can just X out of this demo thing right there, and then just click on Next, and click on Done. Okay. So what we want to do to get our logo is going to be, I would type in, what I did is I typed in camera, and hit enter, and it comes up with a bunch of camera icons. The one that I chose, and you can choose from all kinds of stuff, but the one I chose was this one right here. So if you click on that, then what you're going to want to do is right here in the corner, we're going to drag this down to, see where it says width and height, so it stays, make sure you drag it like this so it stays, the width and the height stays the same. And we're going to drag that down to, let's see, what is that? I think that's 50 pixels we wanted. So if we'll drag that down to 50 pixels. Alright, so drag it down to 50 by 50, just like that. Next thing we want to do is, since this is going to be against a black background, we want to change this to white. Okay, so pick white, move it up here. It should be all F's down here at the bottom. That's white. Alright, and now what you're going to do is you want to click on the Save button. And you're going to want to save that to your desktop and name it whatever you want to name it, because what we did is we actually already have one called logo. So just save it to your save this as logo. Save it here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually make another one. Alright, well, I guess we lost that one. So if you go back up here to camera again, you can go ahead and pick up whatever you want. Like I said, I do camera. There we go. Alright, back down to 50. This time we need a black one, because what we're going to do is use it as a favicon. 50 by 50. Go down here for the color, and now it needs to be all black. So it should be all zeros down here. Once again, just click on Save. It should pop up a box to save it. And this time what you want to do is you just call it favicon. And hit Save. Alright, so we're done with that. You can go ahead and close out of that tab. So the next thing we're going to do is, you see right here it says Easy Website. Alright, Easy Website right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and click on Customize. Well, actually we're going to go back, so we're going to go back to the dashboard. So we want to go back to the dashboard, click out of this, and then we're going to go down to, oh, I guess, sorry, we really want to customize. Appearance, and then customize. All right. And now what we're going to do is go down here to the um, site title, tagline, logo. We're going to go where it says upload your logo. We're going to click on select image. And you can go ahead and upload your logo. But I also have one already in the media library. So if you need to, you can click on upload logo and then click select file and then upload it, or you can go to your media library if you already have it uploaded. And we want the logo is going to be the white one. So select that and then click on choose image. And now you're going to notice instead of the text, we've got the icon there. All right, now we're going to go down here to where it says site icon. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let's go back over. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Well, now we're going to go down here to where it says site icon, and that's going to be the favicon. It's going to show up, actually it's going to show right up here or here whenever in your browser tab. So what we're going to do is select the image, and this time we want a black one. So upload that black to your library, or just select it from here. And here it says favicon, and then click on select and click on skip cropping and click on save and publish. Alright, and now you'll see that up here in this one it didn't have it before, but now you see you've got that icon up there. Okay, in this next section what we're going to do is we're going to create the services section, which, wow, here we go. So here's the services section is the service. We have this section up here, and now we're going to create this services section. We'll go ahead and create the title. We will create the services themselves, and then I'll show you how you can select the images and configure the images so that, and the section, so it looks just like this. So let's go to, so in order to do that, we're going to go back to the dashboard. We're going to get out of this. We are going to then hover over the services section and then click add new service. It brings us to this page, and now we're going to put a service in here. There we go. So we're going to do design. And now I'm going to put in a little bit of a blurb, and I'm going to get that blurb from right here, just any text. This is just filler text. You'd put in obviously real text. And we're going to copy that into there. Now we're going to go down to here, and this is where under the service icon or service info and the service icon section, you'll see example FA Android full list of icons is here. So what we can do is if we click on the here, then it spawns this cheat sheet page, and you can see all of the different icons that you can do. And all you have to do is pick out an icon that you want, and then you just grab the FA dash whatever comes after that, and then you can paste that in there. Now we're going to, we've already found some, so what we're going to do is the first one we're going to paste in there is going to be called FA Desktop. That gives us that desktop icon. And then we're going to go up here over here to the categories, and we're going to create a new category. So what's going to happen is for these services we want to create a new category, a unique category, but it's going to be the same for the different services. So we're going to click on the add new category, and then you can just type in type A, okay, and then click on add new category, and now type A is up here. And now all we need to do is, so all we're going to do after that is go ahead and click on publish. Alright, and then we're going to click on add new service again. We're going to create two more services. We're going to create strategy. And some of this stuff we're just actually building out, showing you how to create the demo website that A-Themes, the creator of this themes, actually did. I have some changes, but this really shows you what they can do. So we're going to put in another blurb. I think that's still here. Nope, it's not. Okay, so let me grab that. All right, I'm going to put that same text in there. Now I'm going to go down and put the icon in. Again, I'm just going to put in the icon for the one that we've already chosen, which in this case is CodePen, FA CodePen. And I'm going to select the same category, which is type A, and I'm going to publish this. Okay, add one more service, and that service is going to be photography. Now the reason I went from left to right is because that is that is the way that is the way that they're going to show up. They're going to show up instead of from left to right in order of creation. It's going to be from right to left. So since I want this to be first, I actually put in this one. I put in this one last, and then this one next, and this one first. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. It goes from, you have to put them in reverse order so they show up the way you want them to be. All right, and this one is going to be, I grab that, photography, and we're going to grab the blurb. We're going to select the type A category, and we're going to use FA Camera Retro for the service icon. We're going to go ahead and click on Publish again. And now we'll see that we have 3 services. We got Photography, Strategy, and Design. And now what we're going to do, the next step is going to be to go over to the home page. So we're going to go back over here to the pages, to all pages, and click on Home. And now we're going to start modifying this. We're going to add the section to it. We're going to click on Page Builder, to the Page Builder tab. And the first thing we want to do is we're going to add a row. So we're going to click on Add Row. Instead of being 50-50, we want this to be, oh, I'm sorry. So what we want to do is set the row layout to 1. So that gives it 100%. And click on Insert. Now what we can do is we're going to modify the row slightly. So we're going to hover over the wrench and click on Edit Row. And I believe you click on Design. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the border, bottom border color. And you can see this, by the way, here we're changing the bottom border color right here to this color. So you can go into easywebsitesetup.com to the demo, and you can grab under step 15, you can grab this color, and that's the bottom border color. I'm going to click on Select Color, and then you can either Control V or right click and paste that in there. And I think the other thing we need to do is we're going to change the background color. We want to select, we're going to select actually full width on there. So that is under layout, row layout, full width. They just changed this, actually. They just changed this. So it's a little bit different than I'm used to. But anyway, so there you go on full width. And then you click Done. Now what next thing we're going to do is add a widget. So you're going to click on Add Widget. It is going to be a Sydney theme widget. So you can go ahead and just click Sydney theme widgets over here. it is going to be the Services Type A, the Sydney FP Services Type A. So select that and select Edit. Now what we need to do to be able to get this to show up is we're going to put a title in here, and we're going to call it Our Services. And then under the enter the slug for your category or leave empty, what we're going to do is type in type dash A. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and click on done. We're going to click on update. And now if we go over to our website and we refresh it, then we have the services section. Okay, so that is how we do our services section. So next up is the call to action section. The first call to action section, we're calling that the info call to action section. And that is the one that looks like this right here. Discover who we are. You can go and meet the team. Takes you to another page within the site. Immerse yourself in our story. That actually also takes you to another link in our page in our site called the it is the About page. So without further ado, what we're going to do now is go back to our page. We're going to need to add another row. So we're going to click on Add Row. Alright, this is going to go set the row layout from 2 to 1 and click Insert. Here we are right here. Now what we want to do is configure that row, so we're going to hover over the wrench, click on Edit Row, and then under the, we're going to change the background color. So under Design, we're going to go down here and change the background color by clicking on Select Color. And we're going to change that to under in the instructions on easywebsitesetup.com. Here you can see under Customize Row Background Color, we're going to change it to this right here. It gives us a black color back there. So I'm just going to go in and Control V and paste that in there. And then we're going to go back up to Layout and click on the Layout section. Change the top bottom padding to 50. And then we're going to click Done. Let's go back in there for a second. We want to change the row layout to be full width. So under row layout, so we were under attributes. So we were here, we were under attributes. So we got attributes, layout design under attributes. Click on that, scroll down. So I'm going to mess this up on it. Under layout, scroll down to row layout where it says standard. Click on that, full width. Change that to full width and click on done. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we're going to add another row for actually what we're going to do is we're going to add a widget, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on add widget, and the widget that we're going to add is going to be called the layout builder. So that's a page builder widget. If you click over here on page builder widget, you'll see layout builders right here. Just click on that. All right, now we're going to click on the edit button within layout builder, and we are going to add another row. Layout builder is kind of cool. It lets you do stuff inside of rows and sort of continue the layout builder possibilities here. So we're going to change set the row layout from 2 to 1 and click Insert. Okay, and within that now we're going to add a widget. And the widget that we're going to add is the text widget right down here. So we're going to select that. And now I'm going to click Edit within the Layout Builder, or within the text widget. And I am going to add the title that we had over here, just Discover Who We Are. Okay, that's where that's coming from. So I'm going to add that as the title, Discover Who We Are. And I'm going to click Done. And I am going to hover over the wrench and click on Edit Row here. And I am going to click on Layout and then change the top bottom padding to 0 and select the color. If you go back over the instructions down here, we're going to select this color right here. It's a red. It's the red color, or it is a red color that we've changed. And we're going to go under Design, and then the color itself, under Color, we're going to click on Select Color and change that to this red color, a brighter red than they have. So let's see. So now what we want to do is to click on Done. Now we're going to create another row here within this layout builder, so I'm going to click on Add Row. And this row, we're going to change the row layout from 1 to 2, and then click on Insert. So what we're doing here, by the way, just to recover, the first row was this row up here, and now we're creating this second row with these two boxes in it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to click on Add Widget to add another widget. And we are going to take the Sydney FP Call to Action widget. So click on that. And we want 2 of these on each side. What we can do is just duplicate this. So if you hover over the Call to Action widget and click on Duplicate, you get a second one. If you left click, drag and drop that over to the left hand side, now you've got 2 of them. And now what we're going to do is we're going to edit this left hand side. So click on Edit. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave the title blank, and we're going to add a call to action. That call to action is I'm going to grab it just right from the demo, copy and paste, and we're going to add that in there. And now the link for the button is going to be a URL for a page that we're going to create later on. So I'm just going to cut and paste that in here. You can see, you can get that from right down here. You're going to want to cut and paste this right here. You can cut and paste that right in and just paste that into the link for the button right here. Title for the button is going to be Meet the Team. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of CSS over here under Attributes. We're going to click on Attributes, and under CSS Styles, we're going to go back to the instructions, and we're going to grab this text that says background color and then gives a RGBA code. Just copy that over here and copy it into the CSS Styles box. And that's going to give us, what that's going to do is it's going to give us this darker, I guess black actually, box, so that it's different from the background here. Alright, so we've done that. We're going to click on Done. Now we're going to configure this on the right hand side, so we're going to click on the Edit over here on the right hand side, Call to Action. Nothing in the title. We want the call to action, which is this right here. At least this is what we're using for the demo. Oops. So we're going to go ahead and cut and paste that in there. The link for the button, what you can do is you can just go over here and then right click on Our Story and then copy the link address, and then go back over to here, right click and paste, and that is the URL right there. The title for this button is Our Story. So we're going to put that in there, Our Story. We want to put that same CSS over here under attributes. We want to put that same background color CSS. So go ahead and right click and copy that, and then right click and paste it. All right. All right, so we're going to click on done. And now what I want to do is modify the padding for the row. So we're going to go ahead and hover over here and then click on edit row. And what we want to do is under layout, we want this to be a 0 top and bottom. And then we're going to click on done, done, and update. And we're going to go over here and refresh our page. Right now we have just the services section. I'm going to go ahead and hit F5 to refresh our page. And now we have this is the demo. This is our website. We have this. These links aren't going to work right now because we don't have the pages. We'll come back and get those. Alright, so that was the first call to action. Okay, next up is going to be the next section that we're going to create is the Meet Our Team section right here with the employees section. So what we're going to do first is create the employees, and then we are going to create this section. So let's go back over to the web page, and what we're going to need to do here is we're going to hover over employees and then click on add new employee. Alright, so now we're going to add a new employee, and I'm just going to take this name that I already created. Oops, maybe I won't either. Oop, can't do it. Alright, I will we're going to put this in here. And now we're going to go down here, and the employee's position is we're just going to say Vice President of Marketing. And we're just going to, for Facebook, we're just going to put Facebook in. Normally what you would do for your Facebook link would be, actually mine would be this, would be Facebook with the name after it. Twitter, well, would be www. whatever your Twitter handle is. Again, mine is Roger Eastlick. And the Google, the Google is a little bit more challenging to get. We'll leave that for now. And then of course you could put a link in here if you wanted to link it to somewhere. We're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it as is. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to add a featured image. So we're going to come down here and click on set featured image. And now we're going to pick out these pictures, and I believe this was the one right here, which is employee 3, but that's the way it is. So anyway, select a picture, click on set featured image. She shows up here. Now what we want to do is create a category. Each one of these categories is going to have their own unique category. So in this case, for example, we're going to click on add new category, and I'm just going to type in EMP, which should be EMP. We're going to go ahead and put EMP1. Actually, I'm going to keep this consistent with the picture. You can do what you want. The important thing is that this category that you create, it needs to be unique for each one of your employees. So I've got EMP3 for her. I'm going to go ahead and click on add new category, and there now she's selected as EMP3, and now we're good to go. So now what we can do is go ahead and click on publish. Could obviously have some text about her if you wanted to, but for the purpose of this demo, we're not going to do that. So you can do that. Now, what I'm going to do is offline, I'm going to create the other. I've got a total of 6 employees created. So, and there's pictures. There's the pictures for 6 employees that are borrowed from the A themes people that created the created their demo. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead offline. And I'm going to create the rest of the employees, and then come back. Okay, I now have, as you can see, I have 6 employees. I created the other 5. And hopefully you were able to create them based on how we created the first one. Just repetition, going through the steps. So now what I'm going to do is what I need in order to create this section is, well, let's see, first. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go back up to Appearance. Now I take it back. So we're going to go back to the Pages and go back to All Pages. Go back to the home page. Okay. And by the way, the instructions, written instructions are here. So we're now on the step 17 and create employees section. All right. So anyway, what we've done, we created the employees here, and now we're going to add a row in Page Builder. So we're going to go back. Going to go back here, and we are going to add a row. So we're going to click on Add Row, and the row is going to be, we're going to change the layout from 2 to 1. Click on Insert. Now you see sometimes it doesn't come down at the bottom for some reason. What you can do is you just need to hover over this uh, line right over here, left click and drag it down to the bottom so it's in the right spot. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to configure this row. So hover over the wrench and click on Edit Row. And what we want to do is we are going to change the top bottom padding. So this is layout, top bottom padding, and we're going to use 40 on that, it looks like. And click Done. Okay, and at this point we're going to add a widget. Click on Add Widget. And the widget that we want is the Visual Editor widget, which is right here. And now what we want to do is click on Edit within the Visual Editor widget. And we are going to enter a title, which is going to be Meet Our Team. And click on Done. Next, what we want to do is we're going to add another widget. So what we're going to do is add another widget. We're going to click on Add Widget. And in this case, it's going to be the FP Employees widget, which we're going to add. And now what we want you to do is click on Edit from within that widget. We're going to change the number of employees to show from -1 to 3. If you leave it -1, it shows them all. We're just going to show 3. And now what we want to do is for the slugs are those category names we gave them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put in there EMP3, comma, EMP2, comma, EMP1. And I'm going to click, and then I'm going to click on Done. And then I'm going to click on Update. Now we're going to go back to the site. Right now, the last section that we see is the call to action. I'm going to hit refresh. And very interesting, we have 1. So let me look at that real quick. Okay, so it looks like the mistake that I made back here under when I put in the slug, I put EMP3 period, and I needs to be a comma. So let's go fix that. Click on Done. Click on Update. keep our fingers crossed, go back to the website, hit F5, hold our breath, and there we are, all three of them. So there is our employees section. So we'll move on to the next section now. Okay, next up we're going to create the facts section. The facts section is going to look like this right here. We're going to make the background red, we're going to make the font white, and then we're going to get these icons. These icons come from the same place as the icons did for the services section up there. So it's going to be pretty fast, pretty easy. So let's begin. So we're going to go back over to the website over here, and we are going to add a row. So click add row, change it from the row layout from 2 to 1, click insert. We're going to drag it down to the bottom, and we're going to do a couple things. We're going to edit the row here, click on edit row, hover over the wrench, click edit row, and now we've got on the layout, we want to change the top bottom padding to 50. We want to change the row layout to full width, do we? Maybe not. Yes, we do. We want to change the row layout here to full width. And the color under layout, and then under design, we want to change the background color. Background color we want to change to this. Gives us that red. Background color to the red. We want to change the color to white. So if you just grab the color right here, and then you can cut and paste this into the, click on select color, and then paste that in there. Okay, so I clicked on select color, I went over here, I grabbed this color for the background, and we've got the color over here, which is white, which we want. We're going to click on done. Alright, so now what we want to do is we're going to add a widget. So I'm going to click on add widget. The widget that we want is a Sydney theme widget. So if we click on this over here, then what we need is the Sydney theme, or the Sydney FP facts widget. Right here it is. Sydney FP facts widget. Now we're going to edit that widget. And all we have to do now is just enter in the fact. We're going to leave the title blank. You could put a title in there if you want to. Then we're going to add the facts and the fact value and the fact icon. And it's going to look like this. So in our demo, we had the first one was projects with 112. So what we're going to do is we'll go over here, and the first fact name is going to be projects. The first value is 112. The first fact icon. So these icons are the same icons. You can look for them. If you click here, it spawns that page again, the cheat sheet with all the icons in it. You just need to grab the FA and then whatever comes after that in the line. We have that. I'm just going to kind of cheat on the ones we already have, and I'm going to just find out what they are. Here I can see that this one is the FA briefcase, and so we're going to put that briefcase in here. Don't worry about what how I'm finding this. The important part is just that it's FA briefcase is what we're using. The second fact name is coffee cups, and the number is 392. So second name is coffee cups. In fact, and the value is 392. Could be anything. The second fact icon, and again, I'm just going to cheat and find out what we've already used. It's FA coffee. So we're going to put FA coffee in there, paste that in there. The third fact name is customers in 661. So customers 661. And the icon we're going to grab is FA users. And the fourth fact name is awards with 111. So the fact name is awards and it's 111. And the icon that we're going to use, that we used in this, is the FA graduation cap. And you can just type that in there, or you can, like, select your own for your own icon facts. All right, and then at the end of that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on done. We're going to click on update. We're going to go in and refresh our page. Let's get rid of these. Going to refresh our page. And we should have our facts. So there we've got our facts section. So we're going to move on to the next section now. Okay, so next up is going to be the testimonials section, which is this right here. You're going to see we're going to put in, we're going to create this section, we're going to create some testimonials. When the testimonial is going to have a text up here, it's going to have a text, it's going to have a picture, it's going to have the name, and it's going to have something down here, be whatever it is, we put email addresses. It's going to have this background image, or a background image. Actually, I think I'm going to use a different one, but you can use anything you want. This background I'll use is a part of the demo demo content, so you can use that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go over to the website. Let's go. First thing we're going to want to do is we're going to, actually, I almost did it wrong again. So we're going to create some testimonials. So you're going to go over to the dashboard, hover over testimonials, and click add new testimonial. Then we're just going to type in a name here, or I'm just going to put in a name here. We're going to put in some, I just copy some filler text, testimonial text. I am actually going to, we would normally need to create 2 more categories. I've actually created them already. We clicked on add new, created T1, and then we also added T2 there. So you need to add those. I'm going to select this one for T1. These, once again, these categories need to be unique for each one of the testimonials. So we've got T1, and then the next one will be T2. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to set the featured image. So click on set featured image. We're going to go get ourselves an image. We'll select this one and click set featured image. We're going to go here to the, and then what we're going to do here under the client info, I'm just going to put in an email address. You can just put in the client's name or the company or the function, whatever you want to. Once you've done that, go ahead and click publish. And we're going to click up here to add one more testimonial. Click add new testimonial. And the next person is Sarah Sarasimus. So I'm just going to paste that in there. Once again, you'd put in some, you need some text for the testimonial. I'm just going to paste that in there. We're going to select the category, which, like I said a minute ago, I've already created these two. If you're not going to have them, you're going to want to go ahead and create the T1 and T2 or whatever you want to call them. Just make sure they're unique for each testimonial. I'm going to click on set featured image. I am going to grab the person. I forgot who it was. I'll use the same person, that person. So it was that person, right? And then click on set featured image. And we're going to put another phony fake email address down here as part of the text, just because that's the way they did it in the demo. All right, and I'm going to click publish. All right, now we've got our 2 testimonials. The next thing that we want to do is we're going to go back and create the section. So I'm going to go over to pages, click on all pages. I'm going to click on home. All right, and now what we need to do is we need to add ourselves a row. So I'm going to click on add row. I'm going to change the row layout from 2 to 1. Click on insert. And now we're going to drag that row all the way down to the bottom. All right, we're going to hover over the wrench and click on edit row because we want to edit this row, some of the stuff. We're going to click on layout, and we're going to change the row layout from standard to full width. We're going to go back up. We're going to click on design. We're going to change the color. We want that color to be white, so we're going to just type in pound FFF. That's white. This information should be right here. So right here, oops, I'm sorry. Under testimonial section, right here, change the color to FFF. Okay, we're doing that right there. We're also going to insert a background image. So I'm going to click on select image. And from the media library, I'm going to select an image. I'm going to select this one. And I'm going to click done. Okay, I'm going to click done again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a widget in there. So I'm going to click on add widget. It is a Sydney Themes widget, so I'm going to click on Sydney Theme Widgets over here. It is the Sydney FP Testimonial widget that we need here, so I'm going to click on that. Okay, and now I'm going to click on Edit. And the only thing we need to do here is where it says enter the slug. The slug is basically the same thing as the category, except if you have spaces in the category, the spaces are filled with dashes. We put dashes in already, so the slug is the same as the category name. I'm going to put T1 and T-2. And I'm going to click done. Now I'm going to click update. I'm going to click on the, oops, let's see how we're doing here. Let's refresh the page. And now we have now we have this testimonial section. The white text, the picture, and the information along with it. I used a different picture just because I did it by mistake and earlier, and I thought it looked cool. So either way, you're going to use your own image anyway eventually, right, if you do that, so it won't matter. Okay, and that concludes the testimonial section. Okay, next up, what we're going to do is we're going to do something called changing the permalinks. To do that, we're going to go over here to the website, and we're going to go over to the dashboard under settings and then click on permalinks. Now you're going to notice by default you have the custom structure of, I don't even know what this is, but it's month, day, year. It just looks horrible. What we want is we want the permalinks to be basically the name, the URL of your site, the address of your site, plus a /, and then the name of the post. It's best for SEO, for Google indexing the pages, and it's much better, much cleaner, looks a lot better. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the radio button, post name, and now we're going to scroll down here and click on Save Changes. And that's going to look a lot better when we start creating the, get into the next section, and when we start to create blog posts. Okay, what we're going to do next is to do the blog post section, which is right here. The latest news are the blog post section. The blog section is a great thing to have to keep your visitors updated, keep them coming back, let them know what's going on, what new things you're doing. So we're going to create this section, and we're going to create some blog posts first, and then we'll come back and create the blog post. So it's going to have a featured image, a title, and then some text. All right, so let's go ahead, and first step is going to be to go back to the dashboard. Let's see here, where are we? go back to the dashboard. We're going to go to up here to posts and then add new. Okay, now we're going to make some blog posts. Okay, the first thing in creating a blog post is going to be adding the title, so we're going to just paste in a title here. And then we're going to put some text in, and I'm just going to use, again, I'm just going to use filler text because this is just an example. So you type in something here. You can assign categories to blog posts. You can categorize them into different things, but we've already gone through categories, so we're really not going to bother with that right now. But after you've done these two things, you've got a blog post. Oh, I guess the last thing we want to do is to add a featured image down here at the bottom. We're going to click on Set Featured Image. And we're going to grab a picture. I'll grab this one. And now we can go ahead and just scroll up and click on Publish. Okay, and now you've got you notice since we did the permalink, we've got the domain name / and then the title of the article as the name. Makes it much easier for SEO, for search engine optimization, which is basically Google indexing your blog post, and making it easier for it to make it more available to more people. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create another, I believe we need a total of 6. So I'm going to create the other 6, another 5 more blog posts, which I will show you in a minute, and then come back. Okay, so here we have the 6 articles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We also have a Hello World. This is already there when you install WordPress. We're going to trash that. We're going to delete that. So just click on trash next to Hello World. All right, and we'll leave it like that. So the next thing we're going to do now that we've got our blog posts is we're going to go back to the front page, and we're going to create the section on the front page. So we're going to go back to Pages, All Pages, and then we're going to click on Home. And of course, we're going to add another row. We're going to change the row layout from 2 to 1. Click on Insert. and we're going to drag this on down to the bottom, all the way down to the bottom of the page. And now we're going to add a widget. So I click on Add Widget. The widget that we want to install is going to be called another one of the Sydney theme widgets. So I'm going to click over here, and that's easier to find. And then we need the the Sydney FP latest news widget. So I'm going to click on that, and we're going to click on Edit within the widget. And the other thing we're going to do here is we're just going to type in, we're just going to put for the title, latest news. We're going to click on Done. Click on Update. And now if we look on, well, actually view the page. Let's go ahead and refresh that page. And here we are with we have 3 articles across, just 3 articles across. We have the latest news up here. We have then we can go and click on see all of our news, and that'll take us to the blog page and gives us all 6 of them. If we go through and click on one of the blog posts, then it shows us actually shows us the blog post. All right, so let's go back to the front page. Well, let's see, where are we? The site. All right, so that is the blog post section. We're moving right along. The next section, all right, so let's move on to the next section. Okay, so next up is this going to be this contact us call to action section right here. It's very simple. We're just going to put in going to create the section, and then it's going to let us add add the text to it, add the contact button. I'm going to put that button in line with this instead of down below, and that's pretty much it. So if we go over to our back to our web page, and we click on add row, and we change the set row layout from 2 to 1, and click on insert, and then we need to drag it down all the way down to the bottom. All right, and then we're going to hover over the wrench and edit row. And we've got a couple things to do here. Under layout, if you click on layout, we want the top bottom padding to be 30. By default, that's 100. It's just a lot. So we're going to make it 30. We're going to change the row layout from standard to full width. We're going to click on layout again to collapse it. We're going to click on design. And under design, we want the background color to be a grayish color. We want this background color to be this. So under step 22, create contact call to action, you're going to find right here background color, enter the color. So just grab that and go ahead and paste that in as the background color. And that should be it for right there. Yep, click on done. We're going to click on add widget. Click on Sydney theme widgets. It's the call to action widget right here. Just click on that. And then we're going to click on edit within the widget. All right, we're going to grab this call to action from this demo site right here. Go ahead and grab that, and I'm just going to paste it in. Now, this is where you'd obviously type in whatever your call to action text would be under the enter your call to action. The link for the button, you would also decide where that would be and grab that link. I'm just going to grab the link out of the demo. I'm going to go copy the link address, and I'm going to paste that in there. And the title for the button is going to be Contact Us. Now, again, like we say, because we want this button to be in line on the same line rather than down below, we are going to check this display the button in line with the text box. Okay, so one other thing we need to do is we're going to click on design here, and this kind of changed, they changed the theme a little bit, but you're getting the latest. So under headings color, where it says, we're going to click on select color, and then we're going to clear that, and then I'm going to click done and update. And at this point we should be done with that section. Let's refresh our page, and there we go. So in there we've got what we want right there. Okay, so this goes off to a page we haven't created yet, but we are done. So we're done anyway creating this contact us call to action section. Okay, so next up is going to be the social media buttons right here, this section right here. We're going to create the section. We're going to add a widget that allows us to add these social media buttons. We'll show you how to configure the social media buttons so they look just like this, and that'll be it. So let's go over to the web page. Now the first thing we actually need to do is we actually need to activate a widget. So we're going to go over here, we're going to hover over plugins, and then go down to site origin widgets and click on that. Now what we need is we need one that's called social media buttons. So what I need to do is activate that since it's not activated yet. So go ahead and hover over activate and click on activate. And now we're good. Now we can go back to back to the page and start creating the section. So I'm going to go back, hover over pages, and then all pages, and then click home. Okay, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of this for the heck of it. I don't know. It never puts it in the right place. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and click Add Widget. I'm sorry. We're going to click on Add Row. I'm going to change the row layout from 2 to 1. Click on Insert. It's way up here at the top. We're going to drag it all the way down to the bottom. Alright, now we're going to hover over the wrench and click on Edit Row. We're going to click on Layout. We're going to set the top bottom padding to 10 pixels. We're going to change the row layout from standard to full width. We're going to click on this, collapse the layout. We're going to click on Design. We're going to change the background color to, we're going to go over, so if we go over to the instructions on step 23, create social media widget section, here under step 8 is this # 1C, 1C, 1C. We want to grab that, and then you want to go ahead and paste that in here. And at that point we should be done. So go ahead and click on the Done button. And now we're going to add the widget. So now we're going to click on Add Widget. We're going to click on the widgets bundle over here. Makes it easier to find, and we want to click on the Site Origin Social Media buttons widget and click on that. And now we're going to click on the Edit within the widget. And this is going to let us add some networks to it. So we'll add 4 networks. We're going to click on the Add button under Networks. I'm going to click on Select Network. And from this Select Network drop-down box, I'm going to select Facebook. It fills in the URL. We just need to add our username. That's mine. I'm going to change the background color, so I'm going to click on Select Color under Background Color. And what we want is, we want that to be, let's take a look at the instructions here. Should be here. Going to change the background color to this 252525. So pound 252525 changes the color. Alright, and then we're going to add another network. So I'm going to click on Add. Going to click on Select Network. From the Select Network drop-down box, I'm going to select Twitter. Going to add my username to the end of that. Again, I'm going to change the background color so they're all the same. It's going to be this 252525. I'm going to add another social network. Click on Add. Click on Select Network. Select Network. It's going to be Google+. I'm going to, you'll have to figure out, if you want Google+, you'll have to figure out exactly what your ID is. It's a little bit confusing. I'm going to go ahead and just grab my URL. You know, if you want to move along with this, you can just leave just the plus Google in there, the Google in there. So I'm going to change the background color once more to that standard, to the standard pound 252525. So they're all the same. One more social media network I'm going to add, and that was YouTube. And under YouTube, again, it's your username. Unfortunately, I have a different one. And last but not least, change that background color one more time, 252525. Now we're going to go down to the Design and Layout section. Click on the plus. Okay, we're going to change a couple of things. We're going to change the button thing from atom to flat. We're going to change the padding from medium to low, and we're going to change the align from left to center. All right, and then we're going to click on Done. I'm going to click on Update. Going to go back to the site and refresh. And here we've got our social media buttons right there. If you click on those, they take you to, I'm not sure if it spawns a new page. It does spawn a new page, so alright, never mind. It takes you there. Alright, that's a good thing. Alright, we're done with the social media buttons section. Okay, so next up we're going to create the About page. Now the about page is going to look like this. It's going to have a title up here, going to have some text, a blurb here. It's going to have an image that we're going to import, and then it's going to have a video down here at the bottom. Okay, so let's go back over to our website that we're working on. We want to go over to the under pages. We want to click on add new, and then we're going to type in about, and we're going to go over here, and this is going to be a standard thing on the pages, is the template is going to be changed from default to front page. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to click on this page builder tab right here, and we're going to add a row. We're going to change the row layout from 2 to 1 and click on insert. Okay, and we're going to change a few things here. We're going to edit the row a little bit, so hover over the wrench and then click on edit row, and then you can click on layout, and we're going to make the top bottom padding 40, and we're going to change the row layout from standard to full width. Click done. So we're going to go back in there again, edit row, under design, no, you know what, we're not going to do that, we're done. Alright, so done here. And the next thing we're going to do is add a widget. So I'm going to click on add widget. The widget that we want is down here at the bottom. It's called the visual editor widget, so go ahead and click on that. Now click on the edit link within the widget. Now what we're going to do is we're going to basically put up here, we're going to put a title, and the title is going to be about us. And now we're going to fill this in with some text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some text from this page, and you can type, you can type in whatever you want. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put a little bit more text in here actually. Alright, so that should be good. Okay, so now we've got some text. The next thing I want to do is I'll show you a little bit of a little bit around the menu system of this built-in text editor that's built into WordPress. It's pretty cool. You can do things like you can bold things, you can italic things, you can strike through them. You can undo it by just a toggle on and off. You can put in quotes. You can take things like, you take a line, and you can center that. You can adjust, you can right align it or left align it. Another thing you can do is you can add a hyperlink. So for example, if we take this and we click on the insert edit link, then you can type in anything you want to here and enter, and that will become a link and takes you wherever you put the link. If you want to get rid of it, you can click on the edit pencil to edit it. You can remove it just by clicking on the X. Okay, you've got the font, the text color you can change to anything you want to. You can take away the text, any kind of thing. You can paste. Normally you just Control V, but you can do that. You can clear formatting. You can add special characters, and then you can use this. For example, you can have headings in here, different ones, headings 1, 2. You can have different headings in here. So there's quite a bit you can do with the word edit, with the text editor that's built in. Very good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of this, and now I'm going to add a picture in here. So I'm going to click on add media. I'm going to find that picture of me, and I am going to make sure it's aligned to left, and it's not going to be linked to anything, and we'll leave it at medium size, and I'm going to click insert into page. And there it is. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a video. So I'm going to hit enter here once to give us some space. And then if you go up to a YouTube video that you want to enter, then all you have to do is go into the down here to the embed code underneath the video and then copy this and then take that, and all you need to do is we're going to go over to the text tab, and then we want to go down to the bottom here, we'll go one space down, and then going to just paste that in. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and click on done, and click on publish. Now we can take a look. We'll go ahead and view the page. And as you can see, you've got the page, you've got the About Us, and you've got the video right here. Okay, so that is the creation of our first page, the About Us page. Okay, next up is the Employees page. We're going to create the Employees page. That is going to look like this right here. So these are folks actually from the A-Themes pictures. I don't know where they got them from, but I got them off of the Themes demo site myself. And anyway, that's what we're gonna have the 6 employees across here. You get to see what it's like, and you're gonna have social media buttons here, which right below. So let's go ahead and create that page. We're gonna go back to our website. We're gonna go back to. We're actually gonna click here and up here under New, and then you can click Page. All right, and then we're at the new page, and we're going to type in employees. Now we're going to click on the page. Oh, we're going to go down here, by the way, to the template and change the template from to front page. Okay, and you see it creates the permalink automatically, the domain name / name of the page, which is employees, which is really cool. Now I'm going to click on Page Builder, and I'm going to click on Add Row. Change the row layout to 1. And we're going to click on Insert. And now I'm going to hover over the wrench, click on Edit Row. And we're going to click on Layout. And we want the top bottom padding to be 40 pixels. And we want the row to be, we're going to make that full width, the row layout. And we're good. We're going to click on Done. And now what we're going to do is add a widget. So we're going to click on Add Widget. It's going to be one of the Sydney theme widgets. So I'm going to click on this just to make it easier to find. We want the Sydney FP Employees widget. So I'm going to click on that. Now from within the widget, I'm going to click Edit. And I'm going to, as the title, I'm going to type in Employees. And I'm going to click Done. And I'm going to click Publish. And let's take a look at that page. So click on View Page. And here we go. Now we've got this. And it looks the same as this. Different employees, but whoops. So there we go. So that was the employees page. We're done with that. Let's move on to the next. So next up is the portfolio or projects page. That is going to look like this. Okay, so we've got like 7 different projects. You can have them categorized. You can show them all. You can have, I've got them broken down into 3 different categories: alpha, beta, gamma. So you can see, you can dissect them like that. If you click through, then what you see, the project page looks like this. Um, that's the way we've got it set up. So to go back to the portfolio page, this is what we're going to be creating. And so what we're going to do is go back to our page. And what we're going to want to do, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up the actual project. So we're going to go over to, yes, you can hover over the new plus here and go down to projects and click projects, or you can go to the dashboard. This is probably easiest. So I'm going to click on projects. Alright, so now, see if I'm set up for this or not. So we're going to start to do the first projects. And I'm just going to kind of steal stuff off of here. This is going to be called Project B, Alpha B. So what I'm going to do is you're going to add your title, your project name here. Second thing we're going to do is put a set of featured image in there. So we're going to click on Set Featured Image. And I'm going to take this, I need this image. So let's see if we can find that one. I think it's this one, Project 4. I'm going to click on Set Featured Image. The other thing we want to do is we want to create a category. So the categories are that alpha, beta, gamma. So I'm going to click on New Category. I'm going to create a category alpha. Hit Enter. And now we have alpha category. Alright, and now all I have to do is click Publish. Okay, and now I'm going to click on Add New Project again. I'll create one more and then I'll stop this and I'll create the rest of them off camera so that it doesn't take up so much time. You can pause the video yourself, oops, and do the rest of them. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go back and alpha, and then I'm going to create this one. So this was called Project Alpha. So I'm going to go back over. I'm going to paste this into the title area here. I'm going to select alpha because I want this to be alpha, the alpha category. I'm going to scroll down here and click on Set Featured Image. And it's that image we want right there, which is this one right here. And I am going to click on Set Featured Image and Publish. So you can continue on. I'm going to stop the video for now. You can, just by clicking on Add New Project, you can create the other 5 projects if you want to move along with, if you want to do the same thing I'm doing. That's how you do it. So I'll be back. Oh, by the way, I guess I did put text in there. I'm looking at this now, and I said I did put some text in there. I mean, if you want to put text in, you can put text in. We did, so I guess we can. So I would just grab it out of here and go back to like a project and just paste it in and then update it. And by the way, one more thing I wanted to say is that you'll notice that I have here, I've moved to beta, a beta project. I also created a second category, and anything that has the name beta in it, I'm giving it the category of beta, so it's going to have those groupings like I showed you. Okay, I'll be back again. Okay, now I've got all 7 of my projects completed. So what we're going to do next is actually create the actual page. So let's go do that. So what we're going to do is going to go up here to New, and then we are going to go down to Page and click on Page. Alright, we're going to call the page Portfolio. And we're going to actually change the template to the front page template. Looks like I didn't do that when I did the demo. I will go back and do that. I think it's better if it's the front page template. Looks better like that. Okay, and now what we need to do is we are going to add a row. We're going to click over here on the page builder, and then we're going to add a row, and we're going to change the row layout from 2 to 1, and we're going to click insert. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a, well, let's see, let's click on this and click on the, hover over the wrench and click on edit row, and click on design. I click on layout, I'm sorry. I go down here and have the change the row layout from standard to full width, and click done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a widget. The widget we're going to add is one of the Sydney theme widgets. So I'm going to click on this, and it is going to be the Sydney FP portfolio widget. So I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to click on the edit button within the widget. And now what we need are the slugs. We're going to put a title up here. We're going to call it Our Work. And we're going to enter the slugs. We're going to say alpha, beta, and gamma. All right, and we're going to show we're actually going to show all of our projects, so we'll leave that as -1. And let's go ahead and click on done. And publish. Well, let's publish it. We'll come back, I guess. We're actually going to add another section to it. Let's go up here. So if we hit the F5 button, it's not going to do anything. We need to actually go to the page. So let's go back here and then click on View Page. Alright, so it looks like I used the same picture twice, no big deal. So here's your show all, here's your alpha, here's your beta, and here's your gamma. I created the categories this time with a small a, small b, and a small g. If you can go back and modify those if you want to, and then they would be capitalized. If you want to see how that's done real quick, we'll go over here to the hover over the site name, go down here to dashboard, something we haven't really covered. Go down to posts and then the categories and click on categories, and now you see alpha, beta, and gamma. Well, gamma's farther down. So if you click on quick edit here, you can change the name. The slug is always going to be small and it'll have hyphens just like we talked about before, but we can change this to a capital A. Click update category, do the same thing for beta, click update category, and then find gamma, and then click on quick edit, change the name to capital G, and click update category. Now if we go back to our portfolio page, so I have to go down to, let's see, where is our pages, all pages, and the portfolio page. Okay. Okay, we'll click right here in the permalink. We'll be able to see it. A long way around, but anyway. So now we've got alpha, capital B, and capital G. So you can do that. So maybe that was a good thing because I showed you how to get to the categories and how you can edit them in addition. Okay, so actually we have a little bit more to this page, I guess. The rest of the page, we're going to put in this contact call to action, which is going to be exactly like step 22 that we did. So we're just going to go in, we're going to edit this page, click on edit page. Alright, if you followed me so far. And now what we're going to do is we are going to add a row, change the row layout to 1, click on insert. We're going to add a widget. Let's see, do we need to, well, let's edit this first. Hover over the wrench, click on edit row, click on layout. We're going to give it a top and bottom padding of 30. See if this works out. And we're going to we're going to change the row layout from standard to full width. And we're going to click on design, change the background color to, and this is in the under 22, right? Step 22. We're going to change the background color to 252525. So we're just going to paste that in here under background color. And I think we're done. So let's see, let's click on done. Alrighty. And now what we want is we want to add a widget. So I'm going to click on add widget. And it's going to be a Sydney theme widget. It's going to be the Sydney FP call to action widget. And there it is. So we're going to go in here and click edit. We're going to go back here. We're going to grab the text off of here so it's faster than typing it in since I've already got it. I'm going to not put that as the title. I'm going to put that in as the enter your call to action. Okay, the link for the button, we're going to grab that. We'll just right click and say copy link address off of this. Or you can go to a page and get the, or you can just type in your name / contact - us as well for the HTTP : / whatever your domain name is / contact - us. Title for the button is going to be again contact us. So yep, and now we're going to click done. And if we did it right, we're going to click update. So if we have done that right, I think we're done. Let's see, let's go there and refresh the page. And there it is right there. Okay. Next, so that's the end of the portfolio page. Okay, moving right along. Next up is the Contact Us page. Contact Us page is going to look like this. Remember, we talked about this once before. We're going to have some text information you can put in there. You can put your full address and stuff, your phone number, your email address if you want to. There's going to be a Google map which would open up really nicely in a phone, which is really cool. I love companies' websites that where like doctors and dentists and things like that where you don't know where they are and you go to their page and you click on a map and boom, up it comes. And then there's going to be a contact form right here so that your visitors can send you messages and get a hold of you. And we're going to add that in as well. So we're going to go over to our website and we are going to actually first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to on the dashboard. We're going to hover over contact and click on contact forms. Now normally you have to create stuff, but they actually, with this contact form 7, they actually have one all set up for you, but you need to go in and click on the contact form 1 that's already there and then click on mail and make sure that your address is correct there under the 2. The rest of the stuff really you can leave just the way it is. And what we're going to need is we're going to need this information up here in a little bit. So you can keep that in mind, I guess. So what we're going to do is we need to create then the contact form page. If you can right click on this and then copy it. And I could probably even put this, but I think that it's unique, so you're really going to need to be able to go in there. So let's just leave that. We'll come back. It's just make sure your address is right. That's all. So what we need to do is we're going to go and up to pages and add new for a page. And after that, what we're going to do is we're going to type in here contact us as the title. We're going to change the default template to front page. And now we're going to click over here where it says Page Builder. We're going to click on that. And we're going to click on Add Row. We're going to change the row layout from 2 to 1. Click on Insert. We are going to add a widget. Well, actually, let's hover over the wrench and click on Edit Row. The layout for this, we're going to click on Layout. We're going to change the top bottom padding to 40. Excuse me. The row layout we want to change to full width. And then we are going to click Done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a widget. So click on Add Widget. The widget that we want to add is going to be a Visual Editor. So once you found that, click on that. Click on the Edit within the widget. And we're going to just type in the title, Contact Us. And click on Done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add another row. So click on Add Row. This time we're going to set the row layout actually from 1 to 2. And what you want to do is on the left hand side, click on the 50%, change that to 70, and then click outside of the white box, and you'll notice that the other side goes to 30. Now you're going to click on Insert, and then you're going to hover over the row and click on Edit Row. And here we're going to click on Layout, and here we want top bottom padding to be 20 pixels. We want the row layout to be full width. And I'm going to click Done. Alright, now we're going to add another couple Visual Editor widgets in there. So I'm going to click on Add Widget. Click on Visual Editor. This time what I'm going to do is within this Visual Editor, I'm going to click on Duplicate. It's going to give me a duplicate of that Visual Editor widget. I'm going to drag one of them over to the left hand side and drop it in there. Now what we want to do is we're going to go and click on the Edit the Visual Editor on the left hand side, and we're going to go up here and grab our contact info, or you could just type it in. I'm just going to grab mine off the demo website, and then you can go ahead and paste that in there. Okay, once you've done that, you can just click on Done. We're going to go over here to the right hand side and click on Edit under the right hand Visual Editor, and here what we're going to do is add in that contact form. So what you can do is if you take basically what's in your browser bar and copy it and open it, click on a new tab and open it, and then right click that and then enter. Then if you go back over, you're going to be on this page. You'll be able to hover over the over contact, and then hover over and then click on contact forms, and then you're going to have that short code. If you click on the short code, left click and then right click and copy, then we can get rid of this. We can close this tab. We're back over to the tab we started on, and we're going to click over here on the text box and then click left click within the text box here, and then right click and paste. Alright, once you've done that, and then you can click Done. Alright, one more thing we need to do is we are going to add a Google Map widget. So what we want to do there is go ahead and click on Add Widget, and I think it's a WordPress widget. Here we go. Site Origin Google Maps widget right here. The Site Origin Google Maps widget. You want to click on that, and it went over to the left side. Or the right side. You want to drag it over to the left side, and click on Edit. And now what we've got, the only thing we really need to do here is put some sort of an address in here. I'm going to type in my address real quick. You can do whatever you want. The API, I have a problem. I've heard that you don't have to have the API. I have to have an API. The API key, and just what we can do is click on this API key right here, this link, and it spawns us a new window. And I'm already signed in, so I'm going to, you're going to need to put your API key there. If you click on get a key when you are logged into Google, um, so I think if you weren't logged in, I'm already logged in, so that's why it brings me right to this page. If I hadn't been logged in, it would have asked me to log in. So you want to log into you might want to log in on a different tab into Google, um, and then click on that, and then click on this link right here. When you do that, it's going to pop up this box. You're going to click on get a key. When you see that, it's a you'll see it, and you're going to want to grab that key and throw it into your box. So I'm going to do that, since it's a sort of data sensitive. What I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and pause. I'll grab that. I'll put it in, and once that's away, then we'll go ahead and refresh the page, and we'll see what that looks like. So we'll be right back. Actually, I clicked on this, and it tells me to get a key. Then it's going to tell me to select or create a project, and then I can select it. Now after this, I'm pretty sure it's going to give you, so you can just say my first project or my project, and then it should give you the API key. One more thing actually before we do this is that you'll see I'm going to change the height to 250. Alright, so under where it says height right here, I'm going to change that to 250. And I'm going to put in my key. I'm going to pause, I'll put in my key, and I'll say done. I'm going to click on done, and that's all we need to do. Okay, and then we'll be back on the video again. Okay, so we're back again. And at this point, what we should be able to do is click on publish and view the page. And there, voila, is our contact page right there with our form, with the information that you've got. So, and I don't think we had anything else on our contact page. Well, we did. We added this. You can add that again in. It is really just a repeat of what we've already done down here. You can add that in as a section. I think we won't go through that. That was to add that in. What you'd need to do is you'd need to go to the that's going to be here on the on step 23, create social media widget section. Just follow that, and you'll be able to create that once again. So that concludes the create the contact us page. So we're really winding down here. I think that we need, what's going to be next is going to be, we are going to what we're going to do is after this we're going to, we need a menu up here. So we're going to customize the blog widgets real quick. I just want to show you that really quick, and then we'll be done. So we'll be right back with the blog widgets. Okay, customizing the blog widgets. What we can do to do that, there's lots of ways to get there. One of the ways is we want to look at the posts. So let's go to all posts, hover over posts, and then click on all posts. And then let's click on one of the posts, and actually go down here. Under one of the posts, click on view. Alright, so this is what the blog posts are looking like, right? So these are widgets over here. The recent posts, the recent comments, the archives, categories. This is the way it comes, meta. It comes with a bunch of garbage that you really don't want. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to you can hover over your website name, and right there is widgets. You can also go to the dashboard, and the dashboard under posts, under the dashboard it's going to be under appearance and then widgets. So you can either go up here, well anyway, you can go under appearance and then widgets. Okay, and let's click on that. So here we go, is the sidebar. The standard sidebar is right here, and this is what comes defaulted with it. It's got search, it's got recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and meta. So you can add and delete stuff as you will. I'm not quite sure. Let's see what I did over here as far as, I kind of forgot exactly how I did that. Recent posts, recent comments, and archives. So you can add and subtract stuff, add and take away stuff as you want. I'm going to take away the uh, the meta. I don't really see any reason for that. So what you can do is you click on this drop down button right here. Click on the diamond or down arrow, whatever you want to call it. Click on that, and then you've got a delete link right here. If you click on delete, then it's gone. You can also drag them away as well. You can also drag them outside. Either way, however you want to do it. And if you wanted to add one, probably the recent comments. I mean, that might be something that later on you want to put up there. Again, it's up to you what you want to do. I just want to show you real quick how you can add stuff and add stuff to it. So if I wanted to do recent posts extended, for example, let's say, then I could drag this up here, and if I drag it over, I get a new empty space to put it in, and then you can do whatever you want with it. So if you want it over there, you got it. If you want to move these around, you can move these around however you want it. And you can also, like I said, you can also delete this. Actually, I have comments on. It looks like you could actually do it twice if you wanted to. What I really wanted was the recent posts extended, which is right here. So anyway, you get the idea of how you can do this, and that's how you manage manage your sidebar and your widgets. If we go back to the widgets, since we made that change, we go back to a post and we view one of the posts. Now you notice that, for example, I don't have the meta anymore. I still have categories, and fast way to get over there is if you hover over the name of your website, you can also click here for widgets. And let's say I don't want the categories in there. I can drag the categories away. Categories aren't in there anymore, and we're good to go. So anyway, that's how you customize the blog widgets. Okay, next up we're going to make the header menu. So right now, as of right now, we've got this header menu up here on the demo. This is a demo, right? And we've got this transparent header menu up here. But right now on our site, we don't have anything like that. We just have create your menu here. So I guess where we are right now, if you're on this page with me, you can go to you can go over here to the dashboard and to appearance, and then click on menus. Okay, so now it's got actually sort of it includes a bunch of stuff already, but it doesn't activate the menu until you create one. So again, this is a lot like the widget section. You can drag and drop, you can expand this out, you can have some labels, you can remove it by clicking on here, you can also remove it by dragging it outside as you wish. So what we want, and I guess I have to kind of look at this, so we just want to sort of see there's two things we need to do. Want to see what we've got here. So it looks like home, blog, portfolio, employees. See how we're doing here. Home, portfolio, home, portfolio, blog, employees. And you can have submenu items, by the way. If you drag this over to the right, you'll have submenus. You can have submenu. I think you can have a submenu. Okay, and that's how you do that. And that would be drop down from the menu if you've got that kind of a complicated. But you really want to keep it kind of simple, right? So this is what this web page is all about. So home portfolio blog, home blog portfolio, home blog portfolio, employees contact us, employees contact us about. We've got another home page. We can probably get rid of that one, so we just remove that. Sample page we don't need. We could have deleted that page as well. We'll remove that. Now I think we're good to go. So what we can do is either one of these buttons where it says create menu, just click on create menu. That's one thing you need to do. Now we have a menu that actually exists. The second thing you need to do is click on manage locations up here, and then click on as the primary menu. You need to drop down box, select the menu one that we just created, and click save changes. And now if we go over to our website and we refresh the page, instead we have our menu, which should work. So this should be actually home should be home. It is. And then you've got blog, gives us the blog page. Portfolio gives us the portfolio. Employees, contact us, and about. So it's all there. Now so let's see, one more thing we want to do. There's one more thing left to do, and then I'll show you something else real quick at the end. So the last and final thing that we want to do on this web page before we're done is to modify the footer. So right now we've got this by default. The Sydney theme says proudly powered by WordPress. Theme is Sydney by A Themes. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into the editor section. And so we're going to go into under the, well, let's go back over here. So under the dashboard, under appearance, you've got something called editor. If you click on editor, then what you're going to see is select this theme to edit, and you've got your Sydney child, which is what should be active. And what we're going to do there is we're going to click select. Okay, and now we've got the Sydney child theme selected. What we should have, there's one thing I guess we need to do that I should have done in the beginning, but I'm not going to go back now. But we'll go ahead and do it. What we're going to do is we actually need one more. We need the footer.php file out here. And so we're going to actually go ahead and copy that over, but don't worry, it's going to be pretty automatic. It'll be pretty easy. You may remember that in the very beginning we created a child theme, and we copied some stuff over. We're going to go back over again to that and sort of revisit that here. So if you hover over tools in the dashboard and then click on child themes, what we're going to do is we're going to configure this. So we're going to select the child theme, and we're going to click on Analyze. Alright, everything's happy, so it's good. It gave us green. So what we want to do is, there's a couple things, let's see, we want to do. So we want to we want to copy all the menus, widgets, other customizer settings from the parent theme to the child theme. So let's go ahead and click on that, and then click on Configure Child Theme. There's one more thing we need to do. We need to click over here at Files, and we need the footer PHP file. So right here we're going to click on footer PHP, and then copy selected to child theme. I'm going to click on, so let's click on copy selected copy selected to child theme. Okay, looks like we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and now we want to go over to the I'm going to go over to appearance and then themes. And what I want to do is I want to get a live preview of the Sydney Child theme. So I'm going to click on that. Alright, so we're going to give this a shot, I guess. So we're going to say save and activate. And we're going to get rid of this. So now we should have so let's see where we've got this right now. I'm going to visit the site. Oh, I guess I was already there, wasn't I? Right here. Let's refresh the page. Let's go to the front page. Alright. So it looks like we've done pretty well here. Okay, so what we want to do now that we've done that, well, let's click on activate. Let's activate this theme. Make sure you have it activated. Alright, and now let's go ahead and hit F5 and refresh. Okay. Yep, and we're still good. So that's awesome. So now what we want to do is if we go back to, anyway, if we're in the dashboard, we are now, you just activated it and this is active now. Yeah, this is active. Let's refresh this. This is activate. Oh, I see. Active Sydney Child. Boy, I'm losing it. Okay, so we're active with the Sydney Child. It's very good. We want to go down to and click on the editor under appearance. So we went to appearance and then editor. It came up at this page. Now we're on the Sydney Child theme, which is very important. We also have the theme footer, which is also very important. So there's two things we want to do. We want to change the footer. We want to click on the theme footer. All right, and you're going to see that you do have to be a bit careful with this, but it's fairly easy if you do it right. Sounds kind of crazy, right? All right, so what we want to do is the footer class. Right here you have footer and footer. So this area right here is basically what we're dealing with right here. All right, so what we're going to do is try to make this as simple as possible. We definitely want to get rid of this. So you'll see this under at the bottom. See, under this is a small file. If you go down here in the middle, you can see this footer ID, and it talks about footer ID right there, and it's the only one that says that. And then underneath it, you've got a div, a greater than sign, or yeah, greater than sign, right? And then div. And if you go down here, there's a forward slash and then a div here. If you highlight that, okay, then and then press backspace. All right, and then what you're going to do is you can go to the instructions under step 30, modify footer. I'll have a little bit better instructions here, but right now I've got the text here. You can right click this and then come back over to your website, okay, where your cursor is, and just do a Control V as in Victor. All right, and then go ahead and click Update File. And if we go over to the website and refresh it, F5, then what I've got is I've changed this footer. See how this footer is now changed? It's got different text to it. So I mean, you can put in basically what you can do is with the text that's here, just anything that is the text right here, to down to here. So anything, really anything that's here that's below this first div and above the last div, you can change and put anything you want to in there. I don't really have time now to talk about how to create links and stuff like that. You can basically, what you can do, one of the easiest things to do is to create a page, create a link, and then you'll actually, if you go from the visual side to the text side, you'll actually see how that's done. Um, there's one more thing I want to do here, and that's where we're here in this theme footer for the Sydney Child. We're going to go down here to the style sheet, click on that, because I want this to be in the middle. I want it to be centered like the demo. See how the demo, I've got the demo is centered. So we're going to do one more thing over here. So we've clicked on the style sheet, we've come up with this page. There's nothing in here, right? What I'm going to do is going to go down a couple lines, and then I guess there'll be one more thing that we're going to have to paste in there. Okay, so we're going to go back over the instructions I've altered now. You're going to grab this right here, this text right here, and it's under step 30 of modify footer at the very bottom of the instructions on how to create this website. Right click, copy, and go back into the website. Go back here so you're a line or two below, right click and paste, and then you're going to want to come down here and click on update file. Now when we go over to the website, see right now it's over on the left hand side, left aligned, and what we're going to do now is hit F5 to refresh that page, and now it is perfectly centered in the middle of the page. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. If you do, please rate, subscribe, um, give me a thumbs up on the YouTube video. I really do appreciate it. Remember that uh, if you do decide to go with this, it's a really big help if you go ahead and use the HostGator code that I've given you. It's called same thing as my website, Easy Website Setup. It gives you a penny for your first month, and it really helps out for me to make these videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.